Shabbat Perek Tet Zayin Mishnah Bet. We're in the middle of talking about whether you can save things that are miplei adleika, if you have a fire. And we discussed in detail the idea of the prohibition or the limitation of saving things in a fire, because we learned because a person is Adam Bahul al Mimono. A person is when a person is Bahul al Mimono, when a person is panicked about his money, then Ishabitle, if we permitted him to do more, Ati Lichbuye, he will come to put out the fire. So our Mishnah is a continuation of that Mishnah. We learned in our first Mishnah that Chazal was particularly lenient vis-a-vis saving Klei Kodesh or Sfarim. But now we're going to talk about regular food. What happens if a person has a fire in his house and he wants to save food? Says the Mishnah, Matzilin Mazon Shalosh Seudot. You're allowed to save enough food for 3 meals, i.e. the implication is for the rest of Shabbat. And we're going to see in the next Mishnah, we're talking about even if you have an Eruv, even into the Chatzer, just saving food from in your house to outside of your house. Hara'ila Adam la'Adam, Hara'ila Behema le'Behema. Whatever the food necessary for a person, that's the food you save, and that which you need for an animal, you save for the animal. Ketzad, what does this mean? Naflad le'kabelei Shabbat, if the fire happens on Leil Shabbat, on Friday night, then matzilin mazon shalosh sudo. You could save enough food for 3 meals, because that's how much you need. B'shacharit, if you have enough, if it's in the morning, matzilin mazon shtei sudo. Then you can only save food for 2 meals. B'mincha, if it's mincha time, all you have is shalosh shadis left, mazon suda achat. Meaning the Mishnah is saying you're only allowed to save enough food that you have. Your house is burning, how much should be saved? Only enough to get you through the end of Shabbat. Why? As we've said, because Adam Bahul al Mamono. We can imagine, once you're saving, if you're allowed to save everything, well, then you're going to go crazy. So therefore, Chazal very strongly limited how much you're allowed to save. Rabbi Yossi and Rabbi says no. Because once you're doing it, the Rabbi Yossi says, the Bartinur explains, because V'yoma bar hachi, this is the amount of yoma for a day. This is bar hachi, this is the amount. Once he's doing a better, once they say 3, you can do 3 no matter when it is. But it's interesting, ein halacha Rabbi Yossi. We don't pass with Rabbi Yossi. Rather, we say the halacha of shalosh seudot is only prorated however many seudot you need. It's actually fascinating to see the halacha in the Mishnah of Chazal, how much they limited and how much they were concerned about this idea of a person would come to be ati lichbuye, he would violate Shabbat. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, contact me at arspalter@gmail.com. We're dedicated our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman.